And after this will be another stream with the Tropical Depression, well, Tropical Storm Roki. And then after that, stream with Ian coverage. So bear with me, starting with the moon. So, Julia is going to be quite the soggy storm. That's what I'm getting out of that. Um, despite circumstances, it could be quite the soggy storm. So, also note there's going to be some noise in the background that I have no control over, so just bear with me on that. So cranking that up, make that a little louder. As loud as it can get. A little bit of Halloween music, because October's in a couple days anyways. But yeah, moon moves the tides, and that's why I'm saying the storm's gonna be quite wet. The moon oversees the invisible current of emotions, stuff like that. It's just part of the natural cycle of things. So the animals, we got the life, we got the pink spotted hawk moth. Moths move in the shadows, seeking the light, and are symbolic of transformation. So this storm may end up becoming a tropical storm. Julie may end up surprising us and pushing for hurricane, but it's going to be a situation. So this thing could push for tropical storm conditions. This could end up becoming Julia. I thought it was Julie? Nope, it's Julia. Anyways, the moonflower, also known as the moon vine, is a member of the morning glory family and only blooms by night. And it's symbolic of spiraling and luminous creativity. And it's said to induce prophetic dreams when its fragrance is inhaled before going to sleep. So it gives you visions. And we got the obelisk, which is the towers. And, well, they symbolize a few things. Narrow four-sided pillars that taper to a pyramid at the top. They date back to the early Egyptians who created these stone monuments to honor their solar god. The shape was meant to symbolize a petrified ray of the sun. It's functioned to pierce the clouds and disperse negative energy. So this storm's going to bring about a little bit of positive energy, so that's a good thing. But that's what I'm getting out of that. 7 of Cups. So that's going to be fun here. Yes, 7 of Cups. No, 8 of Cups. Draws attention to our journey of personal growth as we move through life. So yeah, this storm could strengthen quite a bit more than originally forecasted. That's what that's telling us, is this storm could end up growing more than forecasted, maybe pushing 50, 60 mile an hour winds. But we got Chinook salmon, largest species of the Pacific salmon. It's also known as the king salmon. The word salmon is derived from Latin word samo, which means to leap. Salmon are great travelers. They are born in freshwater, migrate to the ocean, and later in life they return to the freshwater to breed and complete their life cycle. This amazing journey has spawned a great deal of symbolic meaning related to the salmon. So yeah, what this is saying is this storm is going to be traveling. And we got the sweet pea in the salmon's mouth. Sweet pea rambles over trellises and arbors, adding a great splash of color to any garden. Perhaps in this traveling nature, this has led to its symbolic meaning of departure. So yeah, the storm's gonna be definitely booking it. Gonna be relatively a fast mover. 10 of Swords reversed. Maybe there's nothing else in play with this one. Um, yeah, there's something going on here. Um, because when it's upright, it's talking about how it doesn't take 10 swords to kill some other forces at play. But it's reversed, meaning is Julia the only thing in the area? I mean, that could actually be the case, actually. So Julia's gonna be working alone. Um, so we got the Western Tiger Swallowtail Caterpillar. Um, which another sign of her transformation. So it's gonna transform, just not very much. Um, there's not a lot of potential, but there is potential. That's what this is saying. And we got the Trembling Aspen, also known as the Quaking Aspen and Mountain Aspen. Is generous and giving tree, home to more than 500 species of birds, mammals, insects, and fungi. Its small green leaves with silver undersides quiver and simmer with the slightest breeze, and this is how the tree received its name. Quaking aspen is called the whispering, quivering tree in folklore. So this storm is going to make a bang. Um, but this tree also talks about strength, protective, so this storm might be impactful despite being a weak little thing. Despite being a weak storm. Well, yeah. So, justice reversed. Okay. Was not expecting that one. Justice reversed. So this is talking about potentially other issues coming into play. Um, summons us to accountability. So people are gonna think there's gonna be something else with Julia, but Julia is still gonna be working alone. This might be more or less talk about illusion, possible dysfunction in the manner of um, models. There's gonna probably be some disagreement with the models. This reckoning so going with the animals, the pillars of justice, um, which is the sweet colt's foot plant. Okay. So the sweet colt's foot, also called butterbur and bog rhubarb, is a perennial plant native to all of Europe, and it was introduced to the eastern U.S., Canada, where it now grows wild. It prefers shady forests and damp conditions along river and stream banks. A sweet cold splits has. Mariana Islands just had a 5 quake, so that's what that was. Um, it has leaves large enough to cover the head, which led to the Greeks naming it Petasos, which translates to hat plant. Um, so, yeah. On the card, the mature plant represents the pillar of justice, appearing along the border and extending beyond, suggesting the influence of the cosmic realms. Um, so yeah, this storm, and yeah, sweet cold split is a symbol of justice and advisement. So this storm is going to probably go out of bounds in what it's forecasted to do. Next, we got the scale of justice, which is the banded alder borer, which is a beetle, which is a symbol of rebirth to a new ideal and of devotion. Maybe down the line, this storm may, once it dies, it could revive. Oh no, that's if it wasn't reversed. So that means once it's done, it's done. And the black-eyed Susan which would be the sword of justice, is a flower native to the central plains of the U.S. and Canada, I presume. Over time, it has become a garden favorite. Um, through love and care, it has flourished and evolved into many colors and sizes. So, despite some positive attributes with Julia, she does not have your best interest in heart. She's gonna do what she does. She's gonna be heartless. But, gonna continue to flow. Wheel of Fortune. And actually, that was drawn with, the last one, Ashley. This is gonna be part of the larger system of... It's just gonna be part of the larger, uh, atmospheric climate of the area. So, that's what that one tells me. So, there's gonna be a little bit of a pause down the line with the Four Swords. So may have a period where it might try to stall out towards the latter part of its life, particularly once it gets higher up towards the Azores. Knight of Wands. Now that one I haven't gotten in a while. Knight of Wands. I'll just pass it by. No, that's King of Wands. Okay, that threw me off. Is a visionary of master and creativity and intuition. So trust the model. Like after a little bit disagreement happens, trust the models. Trust your gut, what Julia? Trust your gut. That's what this is saying. So with the falcon, it's the American kestrel. Is the smallest of the Northern America falcons. So Julia is probably not gonna have a large radius. It's probably gonna be a small storm, maybe 50 miles across, if that. That's my guess. But it's precise. The storm is going to be precise and quick. So after a little bit of pause, it's going to start speeding up again. Um, and we, and then finally with the plant, we got the common hazel, which is native to the mild climates of the entire northern hemisphere. And is cultivated for its edibleness. So the hazelnuts. Many species, such as the common hazel tree, also known as ornamentals, its contorted branches grow in fascinating corkscrew patterns as it matures. So, like, trust the models, but the storm might have a little bit of a weird twist in its path. But trust your gut with this. Trust your gut. Knight of Cups reversed. Come on. Let's get to the Knight of Cups. Is a master of emotional world. He explores and defends his world with unorthodox tools for a knight. These includes intuition, trust in his instincts. So yeah, do trust it, but take it with a grain of salt at the same time. That's what I'm getting. But, okay, so we got wood duck. Are called perching ducks because they are equipped with both sharp claws to help them dwell in trees and branches. Because they are equipped with that. They are found throughout North America and western Mexico. Their habitats include wooded marshes and swamps, ponds, and shallow lakes and creeks, where they help find hollow tree cavities for nesting. Wood duck is considered many to the most beautiful duck in North America. So, this tells me the storm is going to be a bit sloppy, especially towards the end of its life. But yeah, the wood ducks are associated with strength and perseverance. Again, with reverse, that means Julia is not going to get very strong. She may outperform with the models, but she's not going to become very strong. She's not going to become a hurricane. She's not going to go major hurricane or anything like that. And with the wild iris, it's the yellow flag iris. And it's symbolic of faith, hope, wisdom, courage, and admiration. So this storm is going to be largely ignored, mostly due to its colleague Ian, if you could call it that. But yeah, this storm is going to be largely ignored because of Ian. This storm is definitely not going to have the spotlight. Got the Seven of Pentacles reversed. I actually have not gotten the Seven of Pentacles before. in a stream or reading. So it is about enjoying the fruits of their labors. So this storm's not gonna be enjoying life. That's for sure. This storm's gonna be having issues. So northern oriole, which is a bird, um, and it reflects success and nurturing of dreams. Oracles bring us to a renewed sense of joy in life. They represent positive energy, peace, and tranquility. So again, this storm's going to be a bit unstable. Um, this species of red grape. So the grape stuff is the fox grape, um, which are rich, full of goodness, represent the bounty of the harvest. Other symbolic descriptions include abundance, money, fertility, and fulfillment. So again, this storm is not going to be. It's not going to have good fuel. It's not going to have a good amount of fuel. So that's part of the reason why it's not going to get very strong. And you got the Fool reversed. Um, which is, again, talk about the storm's just going to collapse, basically. The Fool represents descent from spirit into matter. Its message exists as the number 0 or nothingness. So yeah, this storm's gonna amount to nothing, and reverse 0 is still gonna be 0. So we got the marvelous spatutail hummingbird. I probably butchered that horribly. Native to just one small isolated forest region in Peru. It is highly endangered due to loss of habitat. And are named because the male of this species have 2 long tail feathers that end in violet discs called spatules, which I think is where the word spatula comes from. Hummingbirds have a persona on their own, and they have flying abilities well beyond all other airborne creatures. They are symbolic of pure joy and wonder of and love of life. So again, this is talk about how the storm is going to be struggling. It's going to struggle through its entire life. And we got the Heliconia Garden of Eden. That's the plant here. It's and symbolically, the plant represents inspiration, intuition, and divine guidance. So again, this storm is just going to be struggling through its entire life. There's like no potential. There's a little bit of potential for Tropical Depression 11, possibly Julia, but there's not a lot of potential. So it's going to have to work real hard to get any strength. So yeah, that's about it. Stay safe out there. See you in the next video or stream, which will likely be stream for tarot reading for Roke. And well, stay safe out there. Bye.